Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of SU Coach's Corner. I'm here with head football coach Tom Perkovich. Now, coach, this past week, First McDaniel, senior day, great atmosphere. It was good to get a win for those seniors on their last game at home. Your offense had multiple 14, 15-play drives to start the game. How important was it after a loss to kind of get back on the right foot right away from the get-go?
Yeah, we struggled the week before, so to see our offense move the ball down the field kind of the way we want to, in increments and control the pace and make sure that we were, moving the sticks. We had some penalties on the first drive. Didn't think it was as clean as we wanted it to be, but I'm glad we got in the end zone, and that was the important part early. We knew if we built a lead on them that it was going to put more pressure on them to have to maybe throw the ball and make bigger plays. And our defense was playing very well, so it was good to have some sustained drives and keep those guys fresh on defense.
Now, you guys did a great job of really spreading out the offense, kind of playing east to west at some points, going from sideline to sideline with Diamante Holloway, Pat Cotillo, Kyle Newshots. How important is it to really spread out those defenses, because you can kind of open up the middle a little bit and then really have all options?
Yeah, I think you have to have a multiple launch point run attack. If you're one-dimensional, people in our league are too well coached. They're going to take it away. And I think that you have to have the option part of it with the quarterback run, which we do, which we had on Saturday definitely. But getting the ball to the perimeter puts a lot of stress on the defense. It makes them have to run, a lot of yards to the sideline and then realign and do it again. I think it wears down the defense a little bit when you have the ability to get the ball to the perimeter.
Now, it got a little interesting there in the third quarter. They bounced back down 24-0. They get it to 27-15. What was your message to kind of get that second spurt out of your guys offensively and defensively to make sure you closed out the game?
Well, I think I talked to him about not having a repeat of anything coming back, not finishing. And this isn't the way we want to go out. We want to leave Lepardo Stadium on a high note. I got after him pretty good. I wasn't happy with the third quarter. I might have raised my voice a couple times.
Okay.
Might have destroyed a whiteboard, but things happen. You've got to motivate the way we can, and we were able to kind of hold the kids accountable to what they were doing, and I think they got the message after we did that, and came out and had a really great fourth quarter on both sides of the ball.
Now, going into this final week of the season, a rivalry game going to Juniata, how key would this win be? Not only to finish the season 500, but get that win in that last game of the year, going into the offseason, kind of ride that momentum a little bit.
Well, we talked even the first day I got here, I talked about our kids playing for our seniors. And, obviously we want to end on a high note with those guys. And I think those guys, finishing their career with a win against a rival, being able to be 500 and really start the thing off, for the future in the right direction, and that's what we want, and I think that's what they want. We've really had a great year. If we end up 5-5, I think that's a great year. We get 2 trophies back. We've beaten some teams that we haven't beaten in a while, and our seniors will feel, I think, like they've left the program in the right place. And my hats go off to those guys. They've had a great year of being the leaders of our team. Things could have gone a lot differently with a 50-point loss in game 2 and some really close losses to some other people. We could have hung our heads, but our kids, they kept them focused and they kept them pushing towards the goal because they wanted it so badly. And just really proud of how those guys have really gone about their business, how hard they've worked. They are leaving this program, win or lose on Saturday. They're leaving this program in a better place than maybe when they found it.
Now, Juniata, it's a little different than what we've seen the past few weeks. They're more of a pass-based offense more than a run, what we've seen from your last few opponents. How important are guys like C.J. Williams in that secondary, even your cornerbacks, to really limiting big plays, keeping everything in front of them?
It's probably the key to the game on defense. They've got 2 outstanding wide receivers that and they've lived on the big play a little bit. Quarterback likes to throw the ball down the field, and when those guys are connecting, they're going to make it really difficult for us. So we've got to keep the ball in front of us. We've got to make plays. I think we have to create turnovers too. I think that's going to be a big one for us is create turnovers and just make sure that we're keeping things in front of us and making them drive the field.
Now, with a team like them offensively that can create that big play, how important is it going to be to get those big drives again like we had this past week 14, 15 plays to keep their offense off the field and kind of wear down that defense a little bit.
That's going to be gigantic for us. I think that we've got to be able to put the ball in the end zone. We've got to, keep the pressure on them as we did in McDaniel. When we've done that to teams, we've been pretty good. We've been able to score early and build a quick lead. Besides the Gettysburg game, we've been able to do a pretty good job of that. And we have to do that again this weekend because I think that they are high-powered when they're clicking, and we just can't let that happen.
Now, your final game now, as your first year at Susquehanna is coming to a close. What has the season been for you? I know with a lot of injuries, been up and down, but what has your first season been like here at Susquehanna?
It's been awesome. It's as good as I thought it would be. I knew when I interviewed for the job and accepted the job that this was a special place, and it's been everything I thought it was. Obviously we've had our ups and downs. There's been some tough road, on in some weeks we've had, but the kids are great. The support from everyone on campus, the alumni, the parents has been just excellent, and I know that good things are going to happen in the future. But I wish we had a few of them back, but we're pretty happy with where we're at.
Coach, I appreciate you joining us. Like all season long, go get that final win against Juniata.
Thanks.